Ready to charge up your business and take it to the next level? Well, plug in and join us for L'Entrepreneur Academy Live 2022. Don't miss this electrifying opportunity to hear from our top industry professionals. Get powered up in this high-energy atmosphere, learning trade industry knowledge and ways to level up your thinking. This high-energy teaching and networking event is full of motivational information, giveaways, and trade industry secrets. Take charge and register now for the industry's largest training event of the year, L'Entrepreneur Academy Live 2022.
All around, it's just a great experience.
I didn't realize how important that LAL is.
You get more than you spend at for a 4-year degree.
Man, I can't wait. This has been a great event, and I will definitely be back next year.
Take charge and register now.
L'Entrepreneur Academy Live is Saturday, November 12th in Novi, Michigan. Get your ticket now for the early bird price of $197. The price goes up October 10th, and the link to register is in the podcast description.
You're now listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Straightforward, no-nonsense business advice. Completely unfiltered. Grow your business. Grow your life. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. It is your host, Brian Fullerton, here, hanging with you guys, and good morning. Well, guys, we're going to be talking about a topic that is near and dear to my heart, and that is good customer service. All right. I want to put the serve back in customer service with this podcast episode. I'm fired up, charged up. I'm actually standing as I record this podcast episode because I just get so worked up. And you know what? I hate bad customer service. So we're going to talk about a couple stories here recently. Couple case studies, and I'm always like, do I drop names? Do I not drop names? Do I share brands or companies or stories? Not that it really matters. We got a teeny tiny podcast, teeny tiny YouTube channel. Nobody really cares still. But if I was Roman Atwood with 10 million people following me, maybe somebody would care. But we're not there yet. Okay, and I don't know if I really aspire to be, but I'm sure the money's better because we don't make a bunch of money doing what we do. So let's talk about this for a couple of quick minutes. The customer service is something that I learned literally. If there's any one thing, Brian, take it all the way back. When did you start learning about business and marketing and success? What was the one thing that you learned from? Well, like, what was the best first thing you learned? And I had a marketing teacher. His name is Mr. Cerisa. I actually probably need to catch up with that gentleman and maybe do a podcast and be like, dude, you started this monster. Okay. But it was back in high school, Milford High School, back circa 2000, I guess, because I graduated in 2004. And I know I'm already showing my age because I'm an old fart. I got kids that work for me that, were birthed in 02, 01, 03. They don't even know what 9/11 is. I mean, they know what it is, but they weren't alive. And I'm like, what? It's happening. It's happening real time to me. I'm that guy. So with Mr. Cerisa, it was a marketing class, accounting class. And I took it every semester. I took marketing 1, marketing 2, then it was accounting 2, then it was like entrepreneurship. And I actually ran the school store. We took the school store from making literally pennies, selling candy and god awful clothing, to multiple 6 figures in revenue, selling literally candy and really cool swag and clothing for the store. We took a school. That was my first business. I ran a business at 16, 17 years old, 18 years old, a bunch of other kids. And we had companies come in with t-shirts and vendors, and we were able to reposition booths and setups and displays and candy store. And what's the traffic flow? We watch traffic flow on the cameras, watching people come into the store. Where do they go? What do they pocket? What do they huddle? It's at lunch break in the comments. All this stuff, right? And Mr. Cerisa, this gentleman that taught me all the way back in the day, it's always about customer service. Everything rises and falls on good customer service. It doesn't matter if you got a bad product or a good product, although that helps. It doesn't matter if you got great marketing or bad marketing, although that helps. It does blah, 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 blah. It comes down to the customer experience. It comes down to customer service, okay? Little reposition there on my microphone headset. And this is something that's, I got an interesting story, a couple interesting stories. I really don't know the category here, so let's just start spewing through them. It's fall right now, recording this podcast real time for you guys. We're overloaded. We are doing so much work, it's wild. The lawns are growing like crazy. There's some of them are slowing down, other of them are just, they just ratcheted it up 3-4 levels, okay? They're just growing like crazy. Double cuts, wet. Sprinklers are still on, which I'm not sure why. The morning dew, rain. Some of these days, it's just a lot. Okay. And so we're mowing Monday through Thursday. Of course, we get rained out almost every friggin' Monday this year. It's been wild. And then Friday, we do a bunch of extra work, Friday and Saturday. So we're doing fall aerations and some seeding, okay? Like a lot of you guys are, by the way. And it's one of those things where it's really good revenue. I mean, we own our own Exmark aerator. I paid $85.50 for it back 2016 when I re-upped my life, my company, my business, and blah, blah, blah. And the thing's made us a lot of money. We're doing an aeration right now, $30 per 1,000 square feet, $125 minimum, like a drop ramp fee, if you will, but $125 minimum. And we've been banging these things out. We've been about 18 or 20 so far this fall, which is great. That's in 2 days, 2 Fridays. Rob's actually been doing them. You guys might have saw the aeration video that we did on YouTube. Actually, 25,000 views, which is pretty dope. So helping a lot of people, adding that extra service, spring or fall, pick your poison, pick your whatever you want to do. Different benefits at different times of year and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, it's good extra money. It's good extra money where, we do 8 aerations in 4 or 5 hours with a stand-on Exmark aerator. And that's an extra $1,000. And let's say like your employee or foreman is making $800 to $1,000, $1,200 a week. Right? It's like you can cover payroll in 5 hours, right? And then the rest of the week is profit or whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. But it's like, oh, dude, I can mow Monday through Thursday and cover payroll just in 5 hours of doing aerations or one mulch job, right? That's why I love leaving some landscape work on Friday and Saturday. Well, Brian, why don't you do landscape all week or aerations all week? Well, because you don't do aerations all week. You don't do mulch all week, right? So I like that. Mowing is consistent, pay the bill money. But we've trimmed our route from 5 or 6 days a week down to 4s, maybe even 3s next year. We'll see, to give us the opportunity to do this auxiliary work that is highly profitable on that extra day or that extra weekend. Okay. The Fridays and the Saturdays. So anyway, all that being said, I had a lady reach out to me and she needed a little bit more extra customer service than usual. Now I know on the podcast, I got a loud mouth. I know on YouTube, some people think I have a loud mouth. I don't. I'm just literally trying to make helpful videos. But we got to make it fun and entertaining and engaging and all that other mess, right? So I know some people are like, do you need the work or do you not need the work? Or like, if somebody's extra, just flush them. It's not worth the headache. Or I say a lot of time, it's low hanging fruit. Go for the easy stuff. There's plenty of easy work out there. And everybody listening in does their own thing, right? From landscaping to hardscaping to lane clearing to renovations to whatever. Fertilizer guys and thinking Mike Harvey, all these different people out there that have their low hanging fruit, right? Like, oh, this is an easy customer. They're going to do cart on file, which is not an option for us. It's the only option for us. They have no gates on the property. It's flat land. It's wide open, rock and roll, baby. Like, this is an ideal customer. Whatever that is for you, everybody's got their ideal customer, low hanging fruit. But sometimes, a low hanging fruit or a green light type of customer might be a yellow light, might have just a little bit of an obstacle. Nothing bad, nothing crazy. It just might take an extra 10 seconds or a little extra thinking or a little extra intentionality to earn the work, to get the job, to whatever. So anyway, had this customer and took a little bit of extra work. And here's the thing. I know people think like Fullerton just wants the easy stuff, the easy low-hanging work. Of course, duh, don't you? I mean, why wouldn't you? But it doesn't mean that I'm not interested in getting it. Sometimes things take a little extra work. They take a little extra effort. And I know that. I get that. I've been doing this for a little while now. And so I want to give you guys a couple examples of things that take extra work and other people that are not willing to put in that extra work. And it's just, dude, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Like, if I can implore you guys to take any one thing away from this podcast, it's still serve people. Serve. Put serve back into service. Care about people, love on people, help people, connect people. That's all sell. Sell is a 4-letter word for help, right? Help people. They want things and you have to advise. Okay. And so let me give a couple interesting stories. Okay. So I'm going to go back to this aeration customer in a quick second because that's what you do. You tease, right? You put the good stuff at the end. That way you listen all the way through. That rewards you on YouTube. I don't really know if it rewards you much on the podcast, but You're stuck with me. Like, are you really going to reach down in your pocket and switch the track? Stop. Don't do that. Okay. I'm not trying to be tough. Please don't change the track. But are you really going to? You're mowing right now. You got, tree branches smacking you in the face and your Isotunes earphone just popped out. Now you can't find it. I mean, they painted the thing black or green and then it falls in the grass. Why would they do that, by the way? Why don't they make them orange or neon yellow or safety green? Okay. Like, hello. But in which way, I digress. Thank you for listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. It's Lon's Lessons Life. And now the energy drink is talking. Okay, so here's what I want to talk about. Interesting story about customer service. Let's talk about some bad customer service. Let's talk about some good customer service. Okay, bad customer service. My Chipotle in Novi, Michigan. I hope everybody at that store hears this podcast and they all get fired. I hope you all suck. You guys have the worst customer service on all of planet Earth. Chipotle, they don't cook the food there. My wife and I get sick every single time. And now you guys have made it on the embargo list. Yes, we have the Fullerton family embargo list, which means you're in timeout. You're not going to get any of our money, any of our business for whenever the embargo goes through. You think you can put an embargo on Russia or Ukraine or other, Iran? No, we can put them on you. And I put them on Burger King. I had, literally, no lie, when I was 12 years old, I got some chicken nuggets. I bit into them. There's a bone. I said, this is the most disgusting food I've ever had in my entire life. I had a decade-long embargo on them. No lie. I went through once. My mom was grabbing some food. I was still living back at home when I was 22 because I'm a grown man. And she's like, hey, I'm going to go get some chicken nuggets for so-and-so or a chicken sandwich. You want something? And I said, yeah, no, I don't want anything from Burger King. And so she's in line and she goes up to the window and the guy at the window hears me say, no, I don't want Burger King. They're on my embargo list. And the store manager, for real, this is actually a real story, said, what? So I'm hearing this guy talk through the cell phone on my mom's Bluetooth through the car. And the manager goes, sir, why do you have us on an embargo list? And I told him the story. And I said, I have not ate at your restaurant for a decade because of how bad you made me feel, how gross it was to bite into this chicken nugget 10 years ago. And the guy said, well, sir, we would love to have a chance to earn your business again. Can I give you some complimentary chicken nuggets, chicken nugget meal, whatever it was. This is back when they had those like wrinkly, type of chicken nuggets, the really good ones. None of this new stuff, the garbage stuff that they all have. Like everybody's changed everything 100 times, obviously. But Burger King had the bomb chicken tenders back like in the 90s, okay? Like bring that stuff back. They bring the McRib back. Why can't they bring the old chicken nuggets back, chicken tenders back? Some of you guys listen and know what I'm talking about, man. Those things were the whip, all right? And by the way, the whip was like a cool thing to say back in the exact same time frame. You know what I'm saying? I'm stuck in 1990 with me and Nintendo. All right, so the customer or the manager, though, said, hey, we'd love to have a chance to earn your business, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, gives me some chicken tenders. I'm like, you know what? Burger King's great. I love Burger King. Sure, I'll eat the food. And you know what? Now I'm like, I get Burger King, I don't know, once a month, once every 2 months. The original crispy chicken sandwich, like the long one, not the McChicken or not McChicken, that's McDonald's, but not the ka-ching. Okay, although that sandwich is good, but you will pay for it the next day. You never know what you're gonna get when you hit start on the podcast. Some of you guys are like, dude, Fullerton, where you at? The original crispy chicken tender sandwich, add cheese, ketchup and mayo, no lettuce, no nothing else. That thing's the whip. Okay, fine. I hear you guys. Sub ketchup, even no cheese, and just mayo only. Chicken, mayo, lettuce. The thing's the whip. The thing is good. I can go for a number 9. I think it is the original right now. Send Burger King gift cards to P.O. Box 930-233, Wick Submit. I almost literally said Carroll, Ohio. The Kid Contractor podcast. It's in there, man. Those guys are killers. I'm telling you, they're like masterminds. Okay, like they're taking over the internet. You don't know it yet, but they're just planting their flag in your brain, buying up real estate like it's meta over here. Okay, so anyway, good customer service. That manager heard this complaint and is unfounded. Although it was founded because I didn't like that chicken nugget, as unfounded and ridiculousness of it was, I put an embargo on it. By the way, let's go back to Chipotle. We'll go back up the rung here as we go down this rabbit hole. Chipotle, you guys still suck. You used to be one of my favorite go-to restaurants. Fix the Novi location. Okay, every time I go there, Liz and I get our orders canceled, our DoorDash is canceled. They close every day at 4. They don't open up till at least noon. They literally don't open up on Sundays. Oh, they can't find help. No, you should see the help they have in there. They're all hoodlums. Okay, they all suck. Nobody wants to be there. There's no customer service, and it as a customer, as a paying customer, somebody who has at least $20 in their pocket to go buy a double chicken burrito. I'm just sick and tired of the crappy customer service. And every time we go there, I go, why do we do this to ourselves? Right? And think about it, you guys have a business too. Have this customer experience. Put yourself in the customer's seat for a quick second with your business. This might be an exercise you can do now or do later, but what do you think your customers think about you and your business and the customer experience with you? And Caleb and Brittany Allman talk about this really well on the Kid Contractor podcast about they're building a shop. So like their customers to other contractors, right? Like spray foam people, well drilling people, concrete people, builders, the guys that are framing this thing, the roofers, the HVAC, the electrical, the whatever, the 25 other different contractors they have to have use for their site. So their customers dealing with contractors, dealing with us, people like us, like themselves, which is ironic. So Caleb's like, I'm learning a lot about customer service. Actually, Caleb, if you listen to the show, you should do a whole separate show about customer service based on that whole conversation, because that would be pretty dope. But put yourself through this customer service experience too. What do your customers think about you and your company? If you ask somebody for a review and they say no, or we'll get to it, probably means that they don't like the customer experience. They don't like, it doesn't mean that you're not good at cutting lawns. It's just mean you talk too much. You talk not enough. You communicate too much. You don't communicate enough. Your billing system might stink. Like you're so disorganized. They don't know if they're up to date on their bill, and neither do you, because you don't use charge cards on file yet and just cash out end of month out, month out, right? You're chasing money, they're chasing money. Or you're doing a landscape job. They don't understand that there's draws. They don't understand that you're going to destroy the side and back of their property to put in this patio. And yes, it will come back, but you didn't explain this, right? Things that I learned from Caleb and just other life examples as well. Oh, okay. Talking about the customer experience, put yourself in your company's shoes as a customer, a customer of your company's shoes. That's one thing I want to just communicate really quick on this, because I think having good customer service is not, like I said, to go back to the very beginning, it's not a good thing. It's not an important thing. It's like the main thing, right? It's like the main thing, because those people are going to talk about not only the success that they had with your company or not, but they're going to be referrals. They're the ones that are going to be the positive PR campaign for you around town, right? Let me give you another just interesting customer service story, dude. Like Delta usually is pretty good. A couple other people are pretty good. When you think about good customer service, emulate things that those companies are doing, right? Like Nordstrom. Nordstrom is a classic example. I haven't shopped at Nordstrom in a while. But anytime I do go to Nordstrom, I already know, because I've shopped there a couple times, that they always come around the side. I don't care if it's shoes or a shirt or a suit. They always come around the side of the counter and they shake your hand, COVID or not. They're like, hey, thank you so much. You know, if it's like your girl and you're a girl, I'm sure she comes around and gives you a hug. Oh my God, thanks. Okay. But it feels good with a handshake and being appreciated, and them coming around the counter and saying, thank you for coming in. I know they got a commission. Thank God. I want them to make money off of my sale, but it feels good. What can you do to incorporate those customer nuances? Delta. Man, Delta makes you feel like first class. I don't care if you're in main cabin, they make you feel like first class. Yes, sir. No, sirs. 1 second, please, as I assist another customer, I'd be happy to assist you. The Sky Lounge, like all these different things, you just feel like royalty. You just do. And I've flown United and American Airlines and a couple other ones, and you feel like cattle, okay? I want to talk about this other customer service story, and then we'll go back to this aeration customer, because this was ridiculous, dude. This is something that's ridiculous. I went out to Chicagoland area, south side of Chicago. It's not like bang, bang, south side of Chicago. It's like, that's about 20 minutes north of where I was, south side Chicago. But Route 1 industry, so people are like, dude, you went to south side Chicago? Like Kanye West, like 50 murders a weekend? I'm like, no. It's like 20 minutes up the road. But nonetheless, I get it. But Yusuf's over there in Route 1 industry is where I got my lights. I drove over there Sunday night, spent the night. I got in there about midnight, 1 o'clock or whatever it was. Spent the night, woke up the next morning, 8 a.m., got some IHOP, got a grand slam of pancakes. I think that's Denny's, but got a bunch of pancakes. I'm like, dude, when's the last time I sat down and had some pancakes? You know what I'm saying? Ate the whole deal. You know, there ain't no recession around here. I'm going to eat my pancakes, you know. I'm storing my nuts for winter like a squirrel, okay? I'm packing on the pounds. Plus, I got to run a 5K, so I need carbs. I've been doing my research. I need carbs, okay? It's not the case at all. I'm about to get obliterated on the bridge. I'm going to need a moped to cross this bridge. If my chest gets tight, somebody please perform CPR or throw a spike in my throat so I can have my lungs fill back up with air, because they're going to just fill up with fluid, which is probably pancake syrup just all over my lungs, internals. It's either that or honey barbecue and ranch is just going to be coming up from my esophagus because I live on fast food and Buffalo Wild Wings. This bridge is like a mile long, okay? Like you got to cross this son of a bitch and then you got to come back. I was like, does it just end when you get over to Indiana? Like, no, you got to run back. I said, why? I said, is there a Starbucks or a Chipotle? Do I get $100? Do I get $5,000? Why am I running this thing? Who signed me up for this? Why are we running this thing? Who runs for fun? All these questions going in my mind. They're probably in my mind right now as I'm running across the bridge to Indiana. Who runs from one state to another? I can say I literally ran from state to state for charity, which is myself, because I'm a charity case. But anyway, I go to, I don't know where I'm at. It's just ridiculous. Why am I doing this to myself? Like I don't have anything else on my plate. So I go to Route 1, the pancakes, IHOP. Yusuf does the lights, all this mess. We go out to a little meetup. About a dozen people join from the Chicago area, which is pretty cool. Anyway, catch this was the interesting part of the story. I drive back. I'm coming around like the south side of Lake Michigan, around the bend. Like I'm passing through like, Gary, Indiana, which I think is where John Pajak lives or something like that. It's like wild. It's like shoot 'em up, bang, bang, like Bloods and Crips kind of a deal. Wild area for darn sure. You cross the state line and you do the white boy, like put your locks down thing. Like we're in the hood now. Okay. It's like that kind of part of Indiana. Now there's nice parts like Crown Point, Indiana, where, Mulder's out there just printing money like the Treasury Department. You drive by his place and his doorbell chime is brrr, like the money machine, like the money counters. That's Andy Mulder's, ring doorbell sound. So I'm passing through there. And long story short, I'm tired. I'm tired. It's late. It's about 2 a.m. I was hanging out with Yusuf, banging out a podcast because that's what we do to create content for you guys and have successful podcasts because whatever works. And just committed to the chaos is what I always say. And it's about midnight. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. No, it was late, dude. It was like 1, 2 in the morning. And I'm in the middle of nowhere friggin' Michigan. I think I just crossed the border from Indiana back into Michigan. And I pull off at this little podunk town. I don't even know where it is. And it's like a truck stop / one Best Western hotel. And it's like a lodge, like an old travel lodge. Like it's like got deer antlers and stuff all over the walls. And like, I'm a city boy. Okay. I'm not like I'm in the burbs, but Stanley called me a cityite. I still don't really know what that means. I probably am. But I'm like, yeah, I know how to change oil, but like, how do you change oil, Fullerton? Well, you take it to Weingers and they change the freaking oil for $49.99. Okay. That's how it works around here. I'm just kidding. I know how to change my oil. Duh. Come on. I mean, like 5W20. I think. Any which way. So it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I pull into this Best Western hotel parking lot. I'm tired. Okay. I'm exhausted from the day. I'm Instagramming, I'm podcasting, I'm talking to companies and trying to navigate all this different stuff. I'm doing coaching calls. I did 3 coaching calls on the road the night before on the way out. I got a 4.5 hour drive, trying to be productive, right? Help people grow while I'm driving, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, the whole deal. Anyway, which way, I pull into this Best Western, whatever it is, hotel. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. There's this 20-year-old chick. She's behind the counter. She looks like a winner, and it's late night, and I'm like, all right, well, here we go. Hey, I'd like to get a hotel room, please. And she goes, okay, 1 second. She's typing on the keys for 3 minutes. I'm like, what could possibly be going on at 2 a.m. where it takes you this long to figure out if you have a hotel room? Fullerton's a little intense. Just chill out a little bit. Therapy. And so anyway, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and she goes, I got great news and I got bad news. I'm like, because it's in the country. And I said, okay, shoot me straight. What do we got? And she goes, well, good news is I got hotel rooms. Bad news is they're only suites. I said, okay. I said, well, I don't really want a suite. I said, can I just get a regular room? She goes, no, like I said, I'm out of rooms. I was like, okay, well, would you be interested? Now, again, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I have to be up at 5 or 6 to make it to Snow Power at 9, 10 a.m. Okay. And I still got a 2 hour drive. So I said, I'm only going to be in here from 2 o'clock to 6, 7-ish in the morning. Would you mind, or would you be interested? I said, there's no other hotels here. I have no idea where I'm at. Okay. The next city could be 20-minute drive down the road. It gets a little bit more rural going around Lake Michigan. I said, I don't know where the next hotel is. I ain't going on Google. Okay. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I've had a super long day. I'm just pouring it out there. Can I just get a hotel room? I said, would you be interested in selling me a suite or a suite room for the price of a regular room? I said, it's 2 a.m. Pretty sure you're not going to be selling this room. at this point, it's 2:00 in the morning. Would you be interested in selling me that suite for the price of a regular room? I said, I don't really have any options. Could you do me a solid? Would you be able to do that? And she just looked at me, dude. She goes, no. I go, dude, it's 2:00 in the morning, so I'm exhausted. I'm like, what? I go, why? Why not? And she goes, no. I go, why? She goes, well, it's just a bigger room. It commands more money. I said, I understand that, but I'm only going to be there for 5-6 hours. I get it. But at the same point, like, you're not probably selling it tonight. Otherwise, like, would you be able, it was $75 more. It wasn't like crazy money. Fullerton, you're so rich. Yeah, I know. So rich where I'm still haggling the tweaker girl at, 2 a.m. But sure. I said, okay, it's only $75 more, but would you just be able to sell it to me for the regular price room? No. And I said, I'm pretty sure, I literally said this that night. I go, because I don't have a filter. And I said, I'm pretty sure that your owner of this hotel would like you to sell me that room tonight, discounted or not. I said, let's make a deal. I said, don't you think that your owner, wouldn't you want to sell me this room tonight? Working the people skills here. And no lie, the girl goes, no. She goes, I don't care. I'm not interested in selling you the room. She goes, that's one more room that I have to clean in the morning. Oh. And not to make this big, gotcha moment, but I'm just like, okay. I said, so, and I literally said this a lot. I go, do you know how this hotel works? I said, like, they sell me rooms, people like me, a room, and then they make money. And then there's a cost to that, but then there's a little bit of leftover. And by the way, outside of what they bring in, that's what that pays you. And then outside of what's left over is what the owner keeps, because he put $20 million on the line to build this damn thing in the middle of nowhere, Michigan, hoping that people like me would stumble in at 2:00 in the morning, tired, and would need a bed, whether it's for 8 hours or 18 hours. So I'm thinking to myself, like, do you know how this works? And she literally was like, no. And by the way, this is like this whole trend right now of like quiet quitting and doing the least amount that you can. None of these people, these Gen Zers or whatever they call them, millennials, none of them have read, Master Key to Riches, the habit of going the extra mile, which is doing more for that one that is paid for in a spirit of a good attitude, right? Because later in life, you'll be paid for more than what you put in, right? It's sowing and reaping is basically the concept there, a little bit more. But doing something extra in a spirit of a positive attitude, going the extra mile, doing more than for what one is paid, and delivering more service. Does that sound like she was going the extra mile? Did it sound like she wanted to do more for me or have a positive attitude? Did she try to earn my business? No. Horrible customer service. Horrible. I'm like, where was the serving in service? Where was the going the extra mile? Fullerton, you're looking for the low-hanging fruit and the green lights and the easy stuff. I'm sure they are too. Hey, we're a family of 4. We're excited about our vacation. Oh, we're Best Western Plus Marriott Bonvoy customers, so we get free upgrades, and we just can't wait to get the discounted rate. We would only stay at Best Western for our entire life if we ever could. We love camping. We love staying at Best Westerns, which is like camping. It's $149 a night. It's our favorite hotels. In fact, this is where my wife and I went on our honeymoon 32 years ago because we were poor and we like antlers on the walls. And it doesn't look like a crazy ghost cabin where you're going to get murdered off the side of the truck stop in who the hell knows where, Michigan. So we love Best Western. Okay, from that person all the way to me, I'm like, yo, I just need a room for about 5 hours. Like, I don't even think I'm going to like use the shower. Okay, I think I think I did. But I just need to be like, rest my face down on something soft for about 5 hours. And I'm in my big truck and it's big, but there's no comfortable spot in that thing. Anyway, customer service. Where's the customer service in that? You guys think about all these things. Don't you guys hate bad customer service? Don't you hate ridiculousness like that? I'm not saying I was entitled to the room. By the way, I ended up buying the suite. I get in there. It's literally 10 square feet more of space than a regular side room. And it had a fireplace with this crazy antler thing over it. I'm like, bro, it's like some bone collector thing in here. It's like some witch doctor's going to be like casting some stuff in this room. I'm like, I don't even want to be in this room. Okay. It was wild. But I'm like, where was the customer service? This girl had no clue. By the way, quick tip on this podcast, not only do you need to know what good customer service is and love people, serve people, earn the business. I'm not saying put up with morons and people that have crazy expectations and bad customers and blah, blah, blah. There is an element of that. The Karens out there, okay? We all get that. But there is an element of like serving people, putting the service into what you're doing, taking care of people. Yes, sir, no, sirs, thank yous. We appreciate you. It's not always going to be this, here's my price, take it or leave it kind of world that we're living in, that we have lived in this last 4 or 5 years. I'm not saying you got to discount your price, but there will come a time eventually, where you will have to sell work. You will have to compete. You will have to sell. You will have to convince. Books like How to Win Friends and Influence People will come back into play. The best damn sales book ever. Why did they make all these sales books? Where did all these sales books come from? Where did all these sales gurus came from? There was a time in the 70s and portions of the 80s and portions of the 90s and portions of the 2000s where you had to sell. You had to, and everybody right now thinks they're a good salesperson because they keep getting yeses because the economy has been so boisterous this last 4, 5, 6 years. Okay, it's not always going to be the case. Newsflash. And if you think you're smart and if you think you're that good at customer service, I'm going to tell you right now, humble the ego, start picking up some sales books, keep refining that skill and keep learning the good people that are teaching that kind of stuff because there will come a time, it's probably coming quicker than you think, that you're going to have to sell that next landscape job, that $40 lawn service when somebody else is doing it for $25. What makes you so different? They make tall grass short. Well, blah, blah. You better know what to say. You better know what to say. Okay. By the way, how do you think real estate agents are feeling right now with 6 and 7% interest rates and home prices plummeting? Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? I don't know. It's a person that knows what the heck they're freaking doing, knows how to communicate and sell, that's going to make money, good or bad. But man, I'll tell you what, the well dried up, the spigot dried up really quickly in about a 60-day time period when interest rates went up 0.5 basis points and then another 0.75 basis points, okay? Interest rates are ridiculous. Anyway, let's go back to another customer service story was the Best Western thing. I bought that hotel room. It is what it is. An ended room, $75. It is what it is. Okay. Life goes on, but horrible customer service. The other quick point I was going to say is not only do you need to know what good customer service is, every single person on your team needs to know good customer service. What is good customer service for our company? What do our customers expect? What do we expect from ourselves? It's got to be like a core value is the customer experience. You know what to say when somebody runs up and they're a walk up and they want to sign up for service. Do your people, does your mow crew, does your landscape crew, do they have a way to capture info? Do they know what number to call? Not, hey, see the number on the trailer, call that. My owner will get back to you. It's, hey, let me get your name, number, address, and email right on the back of a business card. And then I will have my owner reach out to you. Don't leave anything for chance. You never let somebody follow up with you. You follow up with them. Never, ever let somebody, hey, see the number, call the sign, which is what we all do. And I'm joking. But man, if a lead comes in, you follow up on that lead. I'm telling you guys, it will be a period where you need to sell work. It's coming quicker than you probably think, unless we get this thing righted in November. In which way? All right. So not only do you need good customer service, your people need to know what good. Rob knows how to get the customer, how to talk to the customer, how to capture that info. And other guys working for me, here's where we give a little bit when customers are mad. Here's where we put a hard stop when customers get rude or berating. Okay, when they're dismissive, when they're rude, when they're berating, when they swear, all those are immediate grounds for go to guns, be smart, withdraw as best you can, but do not let anybody walk on you. Now, if somebody's unhappy because of something, of course, that's customer service. My guys know there's a balance there, but you have to teach that to your people. Okay, let me go full circle to customer service. I have so many thoughts in my mind, like of different customer service examples, but to keep this podcast short and sweet, wanted to talk about this aeration customer that I had. And I'm not a hero. I'm not guru. I'm not anything. I'm doing what you guys are doing, right? This is a podcast for people that want to grow a successful lawn and landscaping business and take it to the next level. And they can go out there and crush it. And crush it's relative. Crush to one guy's 10 grand a year. Crush it's one guy 10 grand a day. Okay. It's relative, but we'll help you get there, whatever we can do to help you grow. Lawns, Lessons, Life. Thanks for hitting the follow button on the top right. Really quick. So customer service story. And this is a good one for me to model in front of Rob. Hey, we're making money hand over fist, right? It's the fall season. It's coming in faster than we can count it, right? Mowing, fall leaves cleanup, aerations, snow work, snow bids, snow prepays, this, that, the other thing. Like, arguably the last thing I need to do right now is inconvenience myself. You guys included, right? And it doesn't mean you're better than anything. It just means like, dude, we're busy, okay? We're all busy. And by the way, $100, it's not a lot of money. Our aeration minimum is $125. Is it a lot of money? No. But by the way, hundreds of thousands are nothing but tens of thousands, and tens of thousands are nothing but thousands. And you know what 1,000 is? It's 10 100s. Okay. And so don't think that $100 or $200 is not money that you need to go out and earn, go out and make. Don't get so full of yourself. Okay. And I'm telling you guys this, and I'm telling myself this all the time, because I had this opportunity with this customer. An aeration is $125. And I'm like, do I really need to work this hard for this? And by the way, working hard, I'm going to get into the story. It's relative, but like, do I really need to give any extra thought other than this one just plopped into my lap? Not really, but I do, because you can only rent, nobody ever owns success. You can only rent it, and that rent is due every single day, right? So don't think you're too good, too smart, or too above anything, okay? Even $125. So what do? Talk to the lady. She needs an aeration done. It's Wednesday. Hey, she calls up. Can you get me on the list? I said, sure. She goes, I have a problem. I said, I can do them on Friday. Friday's our last call. It's our last day. Do you want it done? She goes, sure. I'd love to, but I got a huge problem. I go, what's that? She goes, I'm working all night tonight, and I'm working all day Thursday out at the office, like 7 to 7 stuff. I can't mark my sprinkler heads because I can't get to a sort of buy flags. I said, interesting. I said, well, if you don't mark the sprinkler heads, we can't be responsible for them. But let's figure this out, because I'm trying to sell now. Now I'm in sales mode. Now I'm in listening mode. Now I'm in help mode, right? It's not, oh, you don't mark these heads, take a flying leap. It's okay, no problem. You got one little tiny obstacle. For the love of God, this is like difficult takes a day and impossible takes a week. This takes a second. Okay. Hey, honey, what do you got? What's going on? Okay. Well, I don't have any sprinkler heads, flags to mark the heads. And she goes, by the way, do you do seeding? I said, well, seed prices have been pretty ridiculous. I've only done 1 or 2 a year this last 24 months because of COVID and all this other mess. But so I'm probably not going to buy a 50-pound bag just for your lawn, respectively. But if you want, here's what I'd be willing to do for you. You're working 7 to 7. You got a lot. She's a single mom. Got a lot going on. Beautiful subdivision home. We'd love to earn $125 for your aeration. Rob's already in that sub doing 2 or 3 more that afternoon anyway. Fact. So we're talking profitability is through the roof, right? He's like 3 houses down probably in that sub of 200 homes. Why would we not fight for that work? I said, hey, it's Wednesday at 6 o'clock. I was driving home, right? Returning my phone calls. Fullerton, when you get back to people, between 5 and 6 driving home, because that's when somebody else is driving home too. I don't take calls 8 to 5. I don't call people after 7. That's family time. 5 to 6, driving back home. That's customer service. That's good customer service, by the way. If you can call or text her, if you get a voicemail or call, you get that voicemail. It does the transcribing. Hi, my name's Kim. I'm looking for a quote on a landscape install. Text them back. Hi, Kim. Got your number. Got your message. What are you looking for? Shoot me some details. I'll call you at 5:30 when I'm driving back to my house. I'll just call you at 5:30 when I return my calls. Right? That way you're not getting off the mower and losing 10s and 20s and 30s of minutes and running to do a quote across town when you should be doing craft time work, from mowing to installing to whatever you do. All right. So I said, okay, what's your situation? I need those sprinkler flags. I said, okay, hey, I can do you solid. I said, me and my guys, we're always out mowing 8 to 5. Our site 1 closes at 4:30, but I'd be, they open at 7:30. I said, I have no problem. I mean, it's 3 minutes up the road. She knows the place. Angelo, site 1, Wixom, Michigan. Now, again, she's working like 7 to 7, right? So she can't get in there. I said, hey, no problem. I said, here's what I'll do for you. I'll run up to site 1, and we're going to be mowing your lawn tomorrow. We were behind a half a day because of the freaking rain on Monday. Like I said, it's been raining every Monday this year. But we're going to be finishing up not only your lawn tomorrow, but how about in the morning, I'll stop by site 1, get some sprinkler flags, and I'll bring them over for you. She said, you do that? I said, yeah, it takes me 5 seconds. I mean, now if I cost down my per man hour rate and my intricate this to, go over there with my gas, my fuel, my life, it probably cost me $12, my time and my fuel. Okay. Stop being so crazy like that. Okay. Where you trip over, dimes to collect pennies. Just relax for a second. Okay. I said, no problem. I have an opportunity to serve this customer. Thank the Lord. Thank God she called me. Thank God. Man, I'm telling you what, folks, like the humility, the gratitude. You called me. You have 100. Every third second and every third question I get from all social media combined is, how do I get new customers? And I'm thinking to myself, I have a live one on line 1, and then I'm going to have an attitude. I'm too good for this. I don't think so. $125. Tell you what, I will assure you, just like a lot of you guys listening in, the last thing I need to do is go make another $125. I need thousands. Okay. I need tens of thousands. But again, what's a 10,000? It's a bunch of thousands. What's a thousands? It's a bunch of hundreds. So you know what? This is exactly what I need. People are like, oh, you're going to get rich with $40 lawns. Sure are. Just like you guys. But you got to remember, like that $40 cut, that $100 this, that $1,500 landscape install, dude, that's the foundation block. That's what these $20 million companies, that's where it is, man. Now they're doing $20,000 and $40,000 jobs, but they're like, oh, we want the $500,000, Walmart install. Yeah, dude, but don't skimp over the $40,000 install either. Okay. Okay. So I go, I'll get you some flags. Anyway, long story short, I said, I can get you some flags. And by the way, she hadn't told me that she wanted an overseating just yet. So she goes, you do that for me? I said, yeah. I said, you pay costs for them. I'm not even going to charge you anything for them. I think the flags were $18. And she goes, now do you do overseating? So that whole conversation, I said, blah, blah, blah. I don't. But I said, your lawn could use it in the backyard. I said, I don't think you need a 50-pound bag. It's almost $200. I said, but a 10-pound bag would do you just well. I said, you got a little bit up front, but your back definitely needs an overseating and thicken it up. She goes, well, I got a spreader. I can do it over the weekend. I just cannot get up there and I don't even know which one to buy. I said, I'm not gonna leave her name out, but I said, Mary, I got you. I said, I'm already going to be up there getting your flags. I said, the seed is right next to it at the counter. There's a whole end cap. I said, I'll get you a bag of seed. I'll get exactly what you need and I'll get your flags. She goes, you would do that for you? I go, yep. I said, I'm already there anyway. It's no big deal. And you're just nonchalant, brushing it off. I'm such a hero, right? Obviously. Not really. Just hang with me, okay? But I said, I'll get you the flags. I'll get you the bag of seed. I got you. I said, I'll sell it to you at cost. I think the bag of seed was $44 or $45. I'll just put it on the invoice with the aeration. So aeration, cost at flags, cost at seed. I got you. I said, about $200 out the door. She goes, oh my God, like this is the most convenient thing ever. She goes, please, can you sign me up for the aeration? She goes, I am home Friday. She goes, I work from home on Fridays. I can go. I go, do you know how to run your irrigation system to mark your heads? She goes, actually, I do. She goes, I've had a lot of work on my irrigation over the years. The people have taught me how to run it. So she goes, I know how to run them for like 2 minutes and like cycle each zone and mark them. I said, fantastic. I said, if you don't, I would be even more than happy, right? Because that Friday at noon, we were done with our Thursdays. Rob was going to go aerate about 7 different sites on Friday. And then I did a bunch of weed pulling and weed spraying. Okay. So I said, it would be no problem for me to stop by for 10 minutes and help you mark those if you need it. She goes, I'll call you if I need you, but I should be fine. I can mark those sprinklers first thing in the morning. And I said, no problem. I'll make sure Rob does your lawn last at 3 o'clock. I said, he won't be there 4, 5, 6. So just, if you can have him done by noon, 1, 2, that'd be best. She goes, I got you. She goes, thank you for working with me. Brian, she said something like, I really am impressed with your customer service. Well, what up, though? What up, though? I said, like, we still got it. We still haven't lost it. Like, we're still humble. We're still trying to figure this thing out. We're still trying to grow. We're still trying to work for it. We're still trying to earn it. So that's my challenge to you guys. Like, little stories like this from the freaking Chipotle that has every excuse in the book to make crappy food. They just don't care. Nobody cares. They're all up there getting a shift meal. All the employees park up front. Right? So there's no customer parking. They should be parking 3 rows back in the parking lot, big parking lot up there. I was at the mall this morning. I took my little baby girl out. We got some breakfast and we went to the mall. I got her some little scoozies, right? Got some shoes at Journeys or whatever it is for kids. And I get to the Nordstrom parking lot because that's like the easiest access spot. I also noticed that the store, some of the other, like the main mall entrance. Okay, dude, this is wild. So Nordstrom, all the way to the Nordstrom people are getting in there at 10:30. The mall opens at 11. As I'm walking into the main door for the mall, I go through all the stores. I'm in there about 10:50. I notice Nordstrom people are getting there at 10:30, and I go into the main mall, and at 11:02, dude, 1 and 2 stores are not even opened yet. All the stupid brands from all the stupid businesses out there selling stupid stuff that nobody needs, okay? Half of them aren't even open, and people are coming in their skinny jeans and Vans and their sweatpants and their hoodie, looking like schleps and bums. I'm like, man, this person just woke up early to just come serve customers today. Can't you tell? And like, they didn't shower, they didn't pamper themselves, nothing. And I'm just like, why would I shop there? You don't want to be here. Why would I want to be here? And then I'm in the parking lot at 10:30, legit, watching Nordstrom people walk in. They're beautiful. The guys, the girls, they're looking nice. They're in suits and dresses and nice and kempt. And they're walking in 10:30. All of them walked with their shoulders back. They're happier to be there. They don't want to work on a Sunday necessarily. Nobody does. Not retail. But they're doing it with a good attitude. And that's the difference. I wouldn't know that somebody just had a fight with their wife leaving at Nordstrom. But I would hear the phone call of somebody having the same fight with their spouse at the store, which, by the way, I literally did. I literally heard a drama phone call. They're on the phone with another store opening up at another mall, talking about so-and-so slept with so-and-so, and then so-and-so is getting fired probably. But you know what? They're the store manager, and I know they make $110,000. I know. Can I get this in a different time? Yeah, one second. I know that Chris did this. And I'm like, horrible customer service. Do you think as a customer I want to hear that crap? No. Okay? Have good customer service. Think about your customer experience. It's not exactly top of mind stuff, in the fall. It's more of a spring thing. But what lessons can you learn from the companies that you guys are interacting with? What takeaways can you learn from customer service wise from your company and the customer going through the customer experience with you? Do they enjoy? Nobody enjoys paying their bill, but is it convenient for their bill to be processed? Do you follow up? Do they have a perspective? Do they know the schedule? Are there any blind sides or any corners that they don't know that you're coming, right? Like communicate, text, talk, right? Share. What's that customer experience for your company? Just something top of mind. From the Chipotle story to the Best Western girl. I mean, dude, what a freaking embarrassment that was. I'm like, I'm pretty sure if you call your owner right now, he'd love for you to sell me this room. And by the way, maybe the owner forgot. Maybe the owner got cocky and said, we don't need anybody. Dude, I'll tell you what, in another year or two, he's going to be begging people. By the way, how quickly did that attitude change? How many people stayed at hotels in 2020, 2021 with COVID? I know I stayed at a bunch of them for like $100 a night. Literally in Des Moines, Iowa, I was at a Holiday Inn across the street, whatever it was. I woke up at 5:50. I was on the airplane at 6:05. Across the street with the shuttle, through TSA, on my seat, no lives, like 6:03. That's how barren it was at this airport. Okay, nobody. And by the way, PPP loans or not, cash flowing or not, stock, public, traded company, they got, some funds or not. Nobody said any of this stuff for 18 months. And it's not even a year later, 18 months later, and they all forgot. And then people are like, how could history repeat itself with crazy stuff in the world? I mean, when people have the memory of a goldfish, you can see how, you can see why, right? Oh, we're so good at what we do. Are you? Because I think you're one economic downturn, one bad customer, one negative review, one lack of humility, dose of humility away from losing it all. Pride cometh before the fall, man. All right, that's it. That's what I got for today's podcast. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. If you want to leave a 5-star review, we'd love to have you guys do that. Thank you so much for listening. Have the good customer service, guys. Teach your team to have good customer service. Love you. Appreciate you. Have a great day.
The Lawntrepreneur Academy is your online destination for learning how to grow a successful lawn and landscaping company.
Hi, this is Scott from New Jersey. I just want to say that Brian puts out some great content. Definitely has helped me grow my lawn and landscape business. Just finished my 4th or 5th coaching call with Brian, and every time I get off a call, I'm definitely ready to go out there and crush it. I also just recently purchased the whole ball of wax from Lawntrepreneur Academy. Loving all the content. Brian's definitely out there looking out for our best interest and trying to help us grow a bigger and better business.
The link is in the show description. Make your business as successful as possible with training and resources from the Lawntrepreneur Academy.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast with Brian Fullerton. We hope you enjoyed this production. If so, please consider leaving us a 5-star review for the show. While the techniques and ideas presented here are designed to help you grow a more successful and profitable business, no one can guarantee these results for you. We want to emphasize that entrepreneurship is not easy, and the ideas presented here are just the opinions of Brian Fullerton and his respective guests. No one can guarantee success for you. That being said, we hope the ideas presented here help you and motivate you to go on out there and crush it with your own business.
Fullerton Unfiltered Podcast.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.
This has been a Brian Fullerton and Mr. Producer production.